This is Jim Williams with the Hurricane City update for March 22nd, 5:30 p.m. Normally during the off season I'll do these updates about every 30 to 45 days, and during the hurricane season they're done on a daily basis and sometimes twice a day if the tropics are active. The reason for this update is there's been some new videos uploaded. I'll get to those in just a minute, but a reminder that you can go to the Southern Region Haitian Disaster Support Center from the National Weather Service and have all the latest information on the weather conditions down in Haiti. You know, every time it rains down there, the water runs down those mountains, and as people are packed into these evacuation camps and get flooded every time it rains. So this is going to be a real bad problem going into the 2010 hurricane season here. And you can get more information by clicking this link. And also there's an RSS feed that updates constantly right here above the tracking chart that has all the latest information on the disaster in Haiti. And again, we wish those people the best of luck in their recovery down there. It's going to be a long, long time before things get back to normal in Haiti. Now, the main reason for this video is the updated videos on the front page of Hurricane City. Recently, I attended Jim Leonard's Storm Chaser party down in the Florida Keys. I'll get to that in just a minute, but that's a 13-minute video, and it's available to everybody at Hurricane City. This next video here is available to archive subscribers. This is the Cyclone Fiji, the Cyclone Thomas that affected Fiji on the 16th over in the Pacific side. This Category 3, well, Category 3 for our standards, Category 4 for over on their scale in the Pacific, but this had 125-mile-per-hour winds as it passed through the islands. And we recorded the most interesting moments on Hurricane TV, and here's a clip from it right here, and this is showing you the webcam that was about 100 miles west-southwest of where Thomas ended up passing by as it headed up into the Lau group, which is a smaller group of islands well east of the main island. This is a camera from the main island, and luckily they didn't have much damage there, but there's quite a bit of damage on the outer islands, and the information is still coming in, but we decided to go ahead and put this up for the archive subscribers. It's about 9 minutes long, and we think you'll enjoy that. Well, anyway, we have some photographs to pass along. First of all, this is the group photo from the gathering this past weekend down in the Florida Keys. Now, Steve Sponsler just posted these photographs up on the Facebook page for Hurricane City. Just click the Facebook logo in the right-hand corner of the navigation bar at Hurricane City, and it'll take you to the page with videos and pictures and all kinds of stuff. But again, our video is on the front page of Hurricane City for the gathering. It's about 13 minutes long. In this picture, let me label who we have here. We have Jim Leonard here. He hosted the party. Jason Foster, Storm Chaser. We have Michael Laka from TropMet. Here's Jeff Gammons right here from weatherzine.com. Here's Steve Sponsler. He's the one that posted these photographs. He's from up in Central Florida. This is Mike Thice, a Storm Chaser. You'll see a lot of our conversation in the video from the gathering. I asked Mike about his encounter with Hurricane Katrina. I think you'll enjoy that. This is Derek Sibley from Hurricane City, and he does the social networking. This is Chris Kalura. He works with Jeff Gammons at WeatherZine, and there's me, of course. And I talked to Jeff Gammons. I talked to Jack Bevan from the National Hurricane Center. He was there, and we had a nice long conversation about things going on down in the Caribbean and what's in store for the upcoming hurricane season. But I did not record that part of the conversation. But there were a lot of interesting conversations. But it was a nice day, and gathered a lot of information, did a lot of networking for the upcoming hurricane season. So it was a lot of fun by everybody. And thanks again to Jim Leonard for hosting that. All right, not only did we have the cyclone in the Pacific, but we had this big nor'easter up in the Northeast, and here's some photographs that Fred posted on his site. Fred from the message board has the Hurricanes Nor'easters website, hurricanesblizzardsnor'easters.com, and he's got these photographs posted up here, and here's how strong that wind was, blowing big huge trees over and knocking power lines down. I think about 280,000 people in the area were without power at one time, maybe even up to 500,000 people. But thanks to Fred for putting this page together. In fact, here's a newspaper article showing what the high wind gusts were all over Long Island here. And if you look at Fred's area here, right near Merrick, he had winds of 68 miles an hour over here in the southwestern portions of Long Island. at his house. So he had about some of the worst damage of this entire storm. But we apologize for not having an archive for this particular event. Normally we try to cover everything that happens weather-wise. It's a major disaster, and we were focused on the Fiji situation with that Cyclone Thomas over there, so we did not pay as much attention as we normally would to a situation like this. But this turned out to be worse than what the advertisement was for this event, and but we did not record any archive for this particular event. It was a widespread area and really wasn't like a hurricane where you can follow it and know it's going to hit a certain place. So we did not archive that. But Fred has a lot of information at his page. Again, that's on the message board at Hurricane City. All right, here's an interesting shot that Jack posted on the message board, and this is the El Nino from January through February. And what's happening here is El Nino is fading in the East Pacific, but it's gaining a little bit of strength out here in the western portions of the Nino zone out here. And if you look at these increasing sea surface temperatures right out here in the middle of the Pacific, and this is caused by the Kelvin wave, which is shifting of the trade winds. It blows the warmer sea surface temperatures from the West Pacific towards the center of the Pacific and enhances El Nino a little bit. Now, a lot of the models are indicating that El Nino is going to start to fade at the height of the hurricane season coming up for the Atlantic, and that would indicate that we'd have a more favorable environment for development in the height of the hurricane season compared to last year when there was a stronger El Nino over here. So it remains to be seen what this impact is going to be of the rising sea surface temperatures in the western portions of the Nino zone. We'll just have to keep an eye on that and see if that grows or weakens as the hurricane season approaches. But El Nino is forecast to weaken, but so far it hasn't done that, so we'll have to wait and see what happens here. All right, our next image is these are the 78-degree isotherm shots from the research division from NOAA, and these images show how deep the sea surface temperatures are that are 78 degrees or higher, and how deep down below the surface of the water that they go. And this is from last year at this time in March, and you can see that there's some warmer sea surface temperatures in the Caribbean and deep down, but they don't extend up very far north. In other words, look up in here. It's all cooler sea surface temperatures that are maybe warm at the surface, but they're not warm deep down below the surface, and it's pretty neutral or not showing up here. Now, if we go to the next image showing this year, look at the difference. I mean, we have the 78-degree isotherm temperatures are way up in here, and this would indicate that if this trend continues, we're going to have a very, very warm Atlantic hurricane basin coming up here for the height of the hurricane season. And again, if you compare it to last year, it wasn't even close. This year it's already on the way up here about 23 degrees north. So we need to pay close attention to that as that increases. Now, if we look at it compared to 2005, here's 2005. It's about the same height up here, but the temperatures are not as deep. These 78-degree temperatures are not as deep as they are now. Again, let's look back at now and look at the difference, and there's 2005, and we all know what happened in 2005. So it's not to say that we're going to have the same season as 2005, but we need to be alert that we could have a very active season compared to last year going into the 2010 hurricane season. Anyway, I'll get more details on this as we close in on the hurricane season coming up on June 1st. Well, that's it for now. We'll be back with another update in about a month or so with more updates on what's happening with El Nino and sea surface temperatures. Thank you again for visiting Hurricane City.